It's been a couple years since I sold everything and sailed off into the sunset, actually just before COVID when I did it. And I learned a lot about the right and wrong ways to do it, what to listen to, and what just armchair sailors are telling me I had to do. And I've learned a lot since then working for Practical Sailor and knowing all of you fine folks. So today, if you want to sail off into the sunset, here are my top 5 tips to help you do it and do it safely and easily. Number 1, the parties who did this thing before any of us could have dreamed it always said the same thing. Go small, go simple, go now. And that still resonates with me very heavily. If you wait until later in life so you can afford the big fancy boat with all the toys, you may not ever go. The sailing world is absolutely overrun by people who wish they'd had gone sooner because now they can't. They're either too old or they got sick or something in life took a turn and stopped them from leaving. Sailing is chock full of people who never went and has very, very few examples of people who actually have. It seems like YouTube looks like it's full of young couples that are out there sailing, but realistically, for every one you see on YouTube, there are thousands who wanted to but never did. If you have the bug, you have to go now. Stop waiting. If it's fear holding you back, find a way to get past that. You never grow comfortably. It's by getting uncomfortable that the magic starts to happen in life, and that's with everything, not just sailing. As for go small and simple, that's the key. A big fancy boat with 2 bathrooms is cool and all, but there's something that's so magic about having just what you need and nothing really more. A standard 38-footer has room for everything you actually need to bring with you, and when you get out there sailing, having a simple and effective setup is actually going to make you a bit happier. It's like camping. There's a realness about bringing a tent and only what you can carry on your back. Yes, we all want $1 million RV, but it's just not real anymore at that point, and you'll spend most of your time working on that $1 million RV or trying to keep it clean. Buy the 38-foot tent and just get on with it. Number 2, respect the weather. Always. Just about every bad experience that I've ever studied from another couple having found themselves on a sailboat in trouble has been because of one thing: bad weather decisions. Whether it's motivated by impatience or that desire to get there, or just plain stupid decision making, the weather will kill you every time. I don't care which boat you're on, Mother Nature always wins. But she does also provide for some of the most beautiful experiences mankind has ever had. You just have to listen to her and not let your ego or desire to get somewhere or hubris get in the way. You will experience some of the most amazing sailing in the world and lots of challenges along the way without adding to the problems by being in a hurry. One rule above them all: respect the weather. If it's blowing too much or wave height is uncomfortably high, just stay in port. Wait a few days for a better experience and then go. That's the kind of beauty of sailing. We control the experience. Exercise patience, and I promise that perfect weather window will come where you get to spend all day with 15 on the beam. 3, take the easy way. Lots of people want to cross the ocean or race from one place directly to another, but there is an easier way. It just takes a little bit longer, but you'll see more things. There is a very beaten path through the Caribbean with thousands and thousands of people having already done it. When you try to reinvent the wheel, you cause problems that you didn't have to cause yourself. Starting in November, a couple hundred people always leave Florida for the Bahamas. Some go south and some go north through the Bahamas, but they all meet in the Exumas. And then many go on to the Turks or the DR, then hop down the chain together or in small groups. There is a well-worn road all the way to Grenada and back, and a time of year to do it to avoid storms. If you take the easy way, you'll always be in good company. The local stores will always be stocked because they're expecting you. And you won't be the only sailor trying to interpret the weather as you go along, because so many other boats will be doing the same thing as you. I had lots of weather meetings the night before passage with 8 other captains sitting on the beach around the fire, all with our iPads looking at navionics. And with 8 opinions, you're kind of a lot safer because somebody will see something you didn't. If, on the other hand, you want to go it alone, you'll need to be much more prepared and more capable. 4. Don't overcomplicate it. People have been sailing for thousands of years, and in the last 50 or so, it's gotten a lot easier because there is a beaten path sailors usually follow. There's amenities that are easier to come by. A good example is a water maker. Is it nice to have? Sure. Do you need it to get through the whole Caribbean and back? Absolutely not. Water is available everywhere, and they expect you to be there and need it. Boats can get very, very complicated, and you can get lost in this mess for years trying to plan for every possible scenario and never end up leaving the dock. You'll end up with a boat so overcomplicated that nobody else knows how to use it, and too heavily invested in that boat that you'll never really be able to sell it. A simple and safe boat is what you want. Heavily invest in safety gear and anchors, but buy less of everything else. You won't need 7 sails or really even air conditioning that runs off your 1,000 amp hours of lithium. What you will need is a good compass, an excellent autopilot or self-steering vane, and a comfortable place to sleep. 5. Change your attitude. This is likely the biggest definer between people who actually go do this thing and those that keep planning but never end up going. Attitude. First, have faith in whatever higher power you believe in, or in yourself and the people who have done this thing before you. Have faith in your ability to make conservative decisions when it comes to the weather so you can keep the boat and crew safe. Have faith in other boaters who will always be there to help you when you need them. Have faith that even if you don't see it happening now, the dots are connecting before you. Make small goals. Instead of trying to sail around the world, sail down to Florida or up the Chesapeake. Go spend a week at anchor to get the feel for it. If you have an attitude of what if this happens and what if that happens, or think too much that you can't do it, you never will. The people who have pulled the plug on land life and taken off all seem to have the same few character traits. First, they're optimistic. They typically see the bright side of things, and even the worst experiences to them are just learning opportunities. They're kind of happy by default. Fun-loving, happy people make very good sailors because boats like to wear you down and try to break you. So if you start out optimistic, it's easier to stay that way when the going gets hard. And they typically don't follow their ego. This can be the hardest thing to do in life in general, but especially so in traveling. Let your guard down for long enough to listen to people who have done this before you, and stop trying to convince yourself that you're somehow special and know better than everybody else. Just accept advice and help where needed and get going out on the water. You'll be happy you did. What other advice do you have for people who want to do this thing? What did I miss? Leave a comment below so we can talk about it. And please, if you would, hit that thumbs up button for me. It really helps. The mission here at Lady K Sailing has always been to get more people sailing more easily. And I couldn't make this videos without the help of the Patreon supporters, people who give as little as a couple of bucks an episode to keep these videos coming. Thank you so very much. If you'd like to help get more people sailing more easily, please consider becoming a patron. Until next time, friends, keep the heavy side down, but not too far down. I love you guys.